So hi guys, it's me Deepak, and in this video I'll be talking about how you can make your own to-do list app. So last time we built an app using a text view, but this time, as the name is to-do list, I'll be using a list view. So in a list view, we're gonna have a list of text views here. So it will be another simple app, and good if you are a beginner. So let's start doing it. First, you need to go to your palette and click on that search icon and write list view. You may need to download it at first. There will be a download option for you, maybe, and maybe not. You can just drop it down to your layout and set the constraints. So we should set the constraints for an app. I talk it about every time because we don't want the widgets to be floating or pushed up, down, or left. Because think if your list view is pushed up, you may not be able to touch your edit. You may not be able to use your edit text to write your input tasks. So let's talk about what I'm going to do here. We're going to have an edit text, a button, and a list view. We're going to write our task in an edit text. We will press the add task button, and we're going to have an on-click listener for listening for the event when we tap on the button, and it will get the text from our edit text and set it in the layout in our list view. So for that, we'll be first making a private list view. So we have a list view here, and name it a list view. Fairly simple. Then we'll be creating a array list here. So we have a private array list, not array list, I think task list, and array list should be string because we are storing string or characters here. So string, and name it task list, and we'll be needing an adapter here. So this time I'm using a inbuilt layout for our list view. You may create customs that I'll show you in future videos, so you should subscribe. So have an adapter here, and we'll be setting string. So string, and we'll be naming it task adapter. So we have set a task adapter here, and what we have to do is now to link our layout first. So know that list view is about just to use targeting a list view that's in our layout. So we should have a list view task list equal, what's the name, list view. First we should initialize array list, because if you don't initialize the array list, you may get a null point exception error. I know because I got one earlier. So string, and you need to now set the adapter. So we have a ask adapter for list view equals first linking our layout. So list view equal list view, and then find view by id, r.id dot list view, which is our id that we have already written earlier. So we set on list view here. Then we'll be setting our adapter. So a task adapter equals new array adapter, which will be a string, and we'll set the context to this one. Then we'll be adding a layout that's going to be a simple text view. So we'll having android r dot layout dot layout dot simple list item, that one. And then we'll be writing our array list, which is a task list here. The next thing we should write is, so we have already created a button here, so don't need to do one. That was done in a previous video. I will have a link in that I button for you to check that video out later. But we're having a list view here, and we'll be setting the adapter, set adapter, that will be task adapter here. task adapter here, and then the next thing should be about our tap, our event handler. That should be our view dot on click listener. Listener equals new. It should be view dot on click listener again. Just click on the first one. So we're gonna have a edit text here that will be linking to the edit text. So edit text equal edit text, find view by id, and id will be edit text here. So that was done in the last video. R dot id dot edit text. So when we write our task in the edit text, we're gonna get it in a string, store it in a string, which will be our string task. String tasks equal edit text dot get text dot to string, as we are storing it in a string variable. So dot to string, and we're gonna add it to our task and we're gonna add it to our task adapter. Task adapter dot add task. So, and we're gonna set our edit text to empty. We're gonna set it empty because we're separating the task. There's no need to have it in there. So, and now we're gonna set our on click listener for the button. So when we tap on the button, it will add that task to our list view and empty our edit text. So if now I run the app, it should work. There may be few problems that I want to address. That the list view will move upwards when the keyboard appears. So that's one of the problems here. But first I should run the app and show you the problems. So I will speed this up a bit. So as you can see, if I now write the task, the list view is pushed upwards, so you cannot see the task written, but when I bring back the keyboard, you can see what I'm talking about. The problem is with the constraint that I have set. I have to set it to match parents rather than set the things that I set earlier. So first there's a problem with the scrolling, so I'll have is scroll container to set to false. And there's one more thing that I've set in the activity.xml that I'll show you later. But first I need to see if it works. And the problem is with the constraints, I think that's why it's not working. So it may not resolve, but it's not. Where the problem is with the widget here, that it's overlapping our edit text. And I think if I okay, as you can see, the list view is covering our edit text, so it's going upwards. I think I should set the constraint to, if I set the constraint to match parents, it will work. But let's see. There's also a statement that we have to write at Android widget dot in soft input mode. So if I set it to 0 dp, in theory it should work. Yeah, it works now. So add task. If Finally it's open. The problem is still that when you turn off your app, the task that you have written earlier will be lost. So we'll be using something like a file import library in next part of this in the next part of this series. So for that, what you have to do is to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment your questions that you have. And thanks for watching. But wait, there's one thing I have to show you, that if this app is not working for you, you may want to write this line in the in the activity XML file, this Android Windows soft input mode. This works for me, but it may not work for you. So write in the comment section and tell me what's not working or what was the error that's showing up. So I'll try to answer your questions.